Is a candidate's past social media history a fair reflection of their character, or is it just locker room talk gone wrong? When a hero of the American military, a man who stood on the front lines against the world's most wanted terrorists, speaks out, it's time for all of us to pay close attention. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss these critical updates. Robert O'Neill, the U.S. Navy SEAL credited with taking down Osama bin Laden, is weighing in on the explosive controversy surrounding Maine Democratic Senate candidate Graham Plattner. The internet has been set ablaze by unearthed social media posts from Plattner, and O'Neill isn't holding back. One specific post that has triggered national outrage features Plattner commenting on a viral video of a wounded soldier fighting in Afghanistan. Plattner's words were, quite frankly, sickening. Dumb mother didn't deserve to live. O'Neill didn't mince words when describing this. He called the post barbaric and completely out of line. For a man like O'Neill, who has spent his life defending the men and women in uniform, the idea of wishing death upon an American soldier under fire is the ultimate betrayal. He emphasized that once you swear an oath to this country, politics should vanish. You fight for the person standing next to you. To hear a fellow veteran treat a wounded soldier with such vile hatred is, in O'Neill's eyes, the absolute opposite of everything a service member is raised to believe. But the controversy doesn't stop with that single post. Plattner has also been caught disparaging the legendary American sniper Chris Kyle, suggesting that the fallen hero only inflated his numbers by killing civilians. O'Neill, who has deep insight into the culture of special operations, dismissed this as pure, professional jealousy. He noted that while he's seen some rivalry in the ranks, the kind of vitriol Plattner has displayed is rare and deeply disturbing. Perhaps most concerning is the reaction from the Democratic Party leadership. When asked about these posts, high-ranking Democrats from Chuck Schumer to Elizabeth Warren and Hakeem Jeffries have essentially ducked for cover. O'Neill argues that this silence is intentional. He believes that the party is grooming candidates like Plattner because they don't actually care about the American people or the standards of public office. Instead, he argues, they care only about securing a seat in Congress at any cost. If they condemn Plattner, they lose a potential vote. If they stay quiet, they hope the public simply moves on. Plattner has attempted to defend himself by citing his struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. However, O'Neill is having none of it. He argues that PTSD is not a blanket excuse for a pattern of vile behavior, especially when it occurs repeatedly over time. O'Neill even suggested that if a veteran is truly struggling to that degree, there are professional channels and therapies available, rather than venting hatred at fellow patriots on social media. While O'Neill admits that he has seen things he regrets and has made mistakes in his own life, acknowledging that alcohol or a desire for attention can sometimes lead people to say things they don't mean, believes there is a line. And for him, a candidate with a history of such inflammatory rhetoric, combined with other disturbing signs like reports of offensive tattoos, is simply not fit to serve in the United States Senate. O'Neill, a man who believes in forgiveness, is watching to see how Plattner handles this. But for now, the verdict from the battlefield hero is clear. This is a disqualifying pattern of behavior. This brings us to the core of the issue. We are seeing a clash between a political machine that prioritizes power and an American public that demands honor, integrity, and respect for those who serve in our armed forces. If the leaders of the Democratic Party refuse to condemn such behavior, what does that say about the standards they set for the halls of Congress? So what do you think about this? Does Graham Plattner's history disqualify him from public office? Or should we be more forgiving of veterans struggling with the transition to civilian life? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The standard for public office must be higher than this. When someone who has risked everything for this country stands up to call out a candidate for their disrespect toward the military, the country deserves an answer. We will be following this story closely as more information comes to light, and we want you right there with us. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and don't let the noise drown out the truth. Thanks for watching.